Hello and welcome to StatLab StatCrunch videos. Today we're going to be talking about how to construct a frequency distribution using StatCrunch. The first step would be investing some time in reading the problem. In this case, they have given me raw data and they want me to construct a frequency distribution using 5 classes, which is very, very important to know how many classes. The classes will always be given to you. Once I know that, I will go ahead and open my StatCrunch. And then I'm going to click on the arrow right here and I will sort my data. So now when I look through my data, I know that my minimum value is 0 and my maximum value is 29. So what I need to do is I need to find my class width, which is my maximum value. So my class width is my max minus min, which is the minimum value, divided by number of classes. So number of classes. So in this case, my maximum value is 29 minus my minimum value is 0 divided by number of classes, which is 5, which is given to me. So if I calculate this, 29 divided by 5, I get 5.8 something. Remember, your class width cannot be a decimal and you always round up. So 5.86 is my class width. So please keep this in mind. You always round up your class width, and my class width right now is 6. Once I know my minimum value, once I know my class width, I will go ahead and use a histogram to construct my frequency distribution. So where do I go? Remember, I calculated my class width first. So histogram. Couple of steps you have to remember. Step 1, click on variable. Step 2, this is going to be start at. Start at is going to be your minimum value, in which my case is 0. Width, which is the class width, which I already found out, which is 6. And step 4 is to click value above the bar. So steps here are step 1, variable. Step 2, the minimum value, which is start at, and the class width, which you already calculated before. Once I have all this, I'm simply going to go ahead and compute. Once I compute, I will go ahead and see if I have 5 classes. Class 1, class 2, class 3, class 4, class 5. Very good. So let me go ahead and see if I can use this to fill up my table. So if you see here, I have 5 classes, class 1, class 2, class 3, class 4, class 5. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and move my mouse onto my first class. So you see that the first class has frequency of 5, right? And the class size is 0 to 6. The class size is 0 to 6. But remember what we discussed in class. It's always upper limit minus 1. So instead of 0 to 6, it is 0 to 5. So the second one, so let me go ahead and write this down. So when I move the mouse, I get 0. This is what I get, 0 to 6, right? This is a parenthesis right here. But remember, how do I put it? I put it 0 to 6 minus 1, which is 5. So on the next one, when I move my mouse, you see what I got? 6 to 12. So I got 6, close bracket 6, comma, parentheses 12. This is a parentheses 12. But what do I put in? 6, 12 minus 1, which is 11. Look at the next one. I have 12 and 18, right? What do I put in? 12, 18 minus 1, 17. 18 and 24, so 18, 24 minus 1, 23. 24 and 30, so 24, 30 minus 1, 29. It's always your upper limit minus 1. Now once you have that, you will go back and plug in your frequencies. Do you see that 5? I have the same frequencies, 5 and 5, 7 and 7, 3 and 3, 2 and 2, 3 and 3. Okay, so but please keep in mind your upper limit is always -1. And once you do that, you know how to calculate, let me close this, you know how to calculate your midpoint. Midpoint is your lower limit plus upper limit divided by 2. Your relative frequency is frequency divided by the total number, in which case it is 20, which will give you 0.25. Your cumulative frequency, you simply add up all your frequencies. So please make sure you take a look at your notes and the video and make sure you work on your homework. Thank you. See you in class soon.